I accidentally walked into her web, so she's fixing it up a bit. Because she had it running down here, and I just walked past without seeing her. And now she's fixing it up. Fixing it so I can walk past. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? There you go. You are a beauty, aren't you? Oh, this is a pretty sight. Is that an egg sac? I don't think so. I could watch this for a while. Oh, that's cool. That's so cool. Don't fall now. Especially not on me. You don't usually get to see them active. So this is an honor. Doing all that work, you're probably gonna have to move at some point. I guess you set up a web for a day and then you go somewhere else, don't you? But sadly, when my uncle gets home or when my mom gets here, you can't stay there because they will freak out. And I don't want you to get hurt. Pretty little thing. Oh, you missed a spot there. You didn't go all the way on that one. Oh, I see. You're making that one wider. Doesn't have to be perfect. So meticulous. They're so articulate with their back legs. It's like they have 8 hands, not 8 legs. And you're big. Like, for reference, I'm a little far away, but not that far away. I put my hand up there for reference, but she'd get mad. But we can say that each of these strands at this length, at where she's at right now, are about an inch across. The ones towards the center are about an inch apart where she's at now. Oh, that is a pretty sight though. I kind of want to just keep filming it. Yeah, she's about body length minus the legs, she's a little under an inch. I'd say 1/8 of an inch. Don't know that in centimeters. But yeah, that part right there she just crossed is about 1 inch across. These beams are. I guess with the legs she's about 1 inch. Pretty freaking big. Oh, got yourself stuck there. Nope, you got it. You're good. You're good. Just fixing the web since I stepped through it on accident. Look at that. And the way she's got it attached down to the branches here. I'd handle her, but she wouldn't really be happy about that at all. There you go. See, despite the common belief, spiders can get caught in their own web. They aren't immune to their own web. They might be a little bit sticky resistant, but they're not sticky proof. The way that they keep themselves from getting stuck is they have sticky strands and non-sticky strands. And they very intricately, by instinct if not intelligence, who's to say creatures aren't intelligent, remember which are sticky and which are not. I think you might be able to tell with some spiders by the reflective list, but I don't know for sure. She's just gonna keep going like that. Around and around and around. I don't know how much of a hole she's gonna leave. But yeah, every once in a while, her leg will get a bit stuck. That happens when you're stringing a web. Oh, did you notice me? Oh no, you heard the truck. You might have noticed me. You also noticed I'm not a threat. Beautiful spider, aren't you? I assume it's female. I assume that she is female. Typically most spiders are. The males are usually much smaller, but I don't know offhand what kind of spider you are. I do know you are not deadly. There are only 2 deadly spiders where I live, and you are not one of those 2. And it's easier to memorize the deadly ones than to... You alright there? Oof. Having a bit of trouble? Nah, you're fine. It's easier to memorize the deadly spiders than to memorize the not deadly ones. And I have the deadly ones memorized. She, while her bite would probably be painful and would probably have venom, is harmless to a healthy adult such as myself. Were you allergic? That's different. Different immuno issues can make it different. No, I am no expert, I am an enthusiast. So all of the stuff that I'm saying here, I could be wrong about a few things. I am not a, what would be called, arachnologist, insectologist, wouldn't be insectologist. I am not a scientist of spiders. I am just a very big enthusiast. And I love orb weavers, widows, Leterodectus, I believe, and jumping spiders. I also had to write a paper on a brown recluse, but that was years ago. This, I believe, is some form of orb-weaver or common garden spider. The type of web, I would say she's some sort of orb-weaver, but the species are so vast, there's no way I could know without looking it up. She's brighter to you than she is to me, too. Like, my phone is picking up a lot more light than my eyes are, and so to me, she's about 2 shades darker brown, whereas to you, she's a very bright yellow with nice orangish brown legs. And to me, she's kind of, well, from the human eye, her little abdomen there is roughly similar to that. Roughly. It's a little bit off, but you wouldn't be able to tell. Camouflage works better than you'd expect. Yeah, that little bit in the middle, I don't know if it's just meant to attract insects or what it is. I think a lot of spider biologists aren't entirely sure either, depending on the species. There's orb weavers that put decorations in the middle of their web that we're not sure if it's to, they're not sure. I guess we, if I include enthusiasts, aren't sure if they're to warn larger flying creatures away from the web or attract prey into the web. Maybe it's to do both. It could also be to distract predators from the spider. Predators might go after that and not this. Because there are some predators that will just fly right into the spider web and grab it and fly off. Neighbors are playing soccer, so I might move. Pretty though. Look at all that progress. Little sister is learning soccer behind me. Not my little sister, neighbor's little sister. Big soccer fan. Sorry, I'm trying to be aware of my surroundings while I'm doing this. I'm right in front of my door, but I hear noise as I look. kind of changed up the way she's doing it because she's on different strands now, so she has to hang differently. She might have been building it when I walked up. I can't imagine that my walking through webs over here messed up her web this much. I think she was building for the night.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
What is that, a spider?
Yep. Making a web. Yeah, I imagine she was just building this when I walked up and disturbed her. And don't think I'm disturbing her now. Ah, mosquito. Go into the web, mosquito. Feed my friend. That's different. She's making more support strands now. I have made a 20-minute video of a spider making a web, and it's and why I enjoy this, I don't know, but it is beautiful to watch. Why don't I go around this way for a moment? Yeah, from the back view, the web's harder to see, and so is she because of the light, unfortunately. Don't want to walk into it again. Those strands are gone, I should be fine, but I'm still careful. It's really awkward when they build webs here all the time, so I'm kind of used to it, and I love them, so I don't bother them too much, but it's really awkward when you don't notice that a web's been built, and you just walk straight through a web, and it's like, oh, and you look around expecting to see either a small spider or a long, in my area, the yellow zipper garden spiders. Zipper spiders, I think, are technically a type of orb-weaver, but nobody calls them that. Except people who, well, we locally call them that. I can't find any evidence that science calls them that. But you're looking around for the zipper spiders are these, they're bigger, but they're skinny. They're like these long, slim, little yellow spiders. And you see this big old thing. It's got a huge abdomen, smaller legs. So there's that moment of, oh, I could have walked into you. That would have been different. Zipper spiders, you walk into them, they kind of panic, they run to the ground. Whenever you see a new spider, you don't know if they're going to panic and run or if they're going to panic and bite. And both options make sense. I would not be offended if I got bit by a spider for walking into their web. That's kind of an oh shit moment for them too. Sometimes I look behind me and then I end up doing weird shit with my camera. So now that we're at the center, what are you doing here? That part's apparently sticky, and you've caught yourself in it. Oh. Are you making more? You are. What is this? I've lost it. Zoomed in all the way. You are making more. Is this going to be an egg sac? I doubt it. I doubt you put an egg sac in the middle of your web. You're definitely making something. Unless that was food and I just couldn't tell. No, you're definitely doing something with the middle. Chewing it, maybe? It looks like she's putting it in her mouth and spitting it back out. Oh, you focused on the wrong thing, camera. Focus on spider. See? Don't want those numbers just right in the middle of the video because glossy fangs. Her fangs are wet. Sorry. I thought that might be a threat posture at me. Am I getting too close? No, I think she's done. I think she's done and that's where she's gonna sit. One last good look. She's just feeling out her web now. And she has made a beautiful one. Connected here. And there she sits.